Emirates Airlines will pay for your funeral expenses if you happen to die from COVID-19. NASA is going to change harmful and discriminatory planet and galaxy names. And a man says he wasn't allowed into a casino because men don't carry purses. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast hosted by a comedian. And sometimes I'm even funny.
Hey, mainstream news! Listen to Weird AF News with Jonesy.
Emirates Airlines will pay your funeral expenses if you die from COVID-19. Less than a week after saying it would cover passengers' medical expenses and quarantine costs if they are ever diagnosed with COVID-19 in the course of their travels, Emirates Airline is now offering a different, some might say morbid, kind of promotion. The Middle East airline carrier now says it's going to cover all your funeral expenses if you are diagnosed with the virus and then pass away after flying Emirates. This is just another enticement to get people back into the air and traveling with confidence after the industry has been decimated due to the coronavirus. Yes, come on back. Yeah, but I'll probably die on a flight. Yeah, but we'll pay for your funeral. Here's a quote from Emirates. We're keeping you safe on the journey and giving you extra security wherever you are in the world. Yeah. Anyone who contracts COVID in transit is entitled to a total of $1,765 for the burial through Next Care. Burial. I think I don't say that word correctly because I'm from Boston. The coverage is available for travel between now and October 31st, 2020. It's valid for 31 days from the moment you take your first flight. And it covers you even if you travel onwards to another city and die of COVID. The airlines believes such outlandish promotions will actually relieve the fears about getting back on a plane. We are putting our customers first, and we believe they will welcome this initiative, says Emirates CEO. Oh, yikes. I mean, I feel bad for the airline industry because it's just being decimated, clearly. But, this is just a blip, okay? In the whole lifeline of airlines, this is just a little, we lost money in 2020, maybe 2021, and then we move on. I don't think you need to stoop to the level of this sort of promotion at this time. By the way, it's so insensitive. It really is. I would go so far as to say it's a little bit evil as well. You're enticing people to get to like travel in a time where people probably shouldn't travel with your promise of paying for medical expenses and the funeral. You're enticing people to do something that they really shouldn't do, offering them, really something that's useless at the end of the day because I'll be dead. Okay? You think, I'm not, when I'm dead, I don't care about funeral expenses. I'm dead. Am I being too harsh of a critic? Call the show. Let me know. 646-450-2012. Would you fly right now on Emirates Air because they're agreeing to pay for your funeral? Do you think paying for the funeral is enough of an enticement? What do you think the airlines really should do to make you feel comfortable? I can think of many other things. Like maybe if you wrapped all the passengers in bubble wrap. That would be... That'd make me feel safe, man. NASA is going to change its harmful and discriminatory planet and galaxy nicknames. I didn't know they had so many nicknames. Some of them are offensive, apparently. Have you heard of the White Trash Nebula? I am offended. NASA signaled that it's joining the social justice movement by changing the unofficial and potentially contentious names used by the scientific community for distant cosmic objects such as planets, galaxies, and nebulae. It made a statement last week. The space agency said that as the community works to identify and address systematic discrimination and inequality in all aspects of the field, it has become clear that certain cosmic nicknames are not only insensitive but can be actively harmful. NASA added that it is examining its use of unofficial terminology for cosmic objects as part of its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion. Well, what are they going to change for names? Well, one step NASA would immediately take would be to drop the references to one particular planetary nebula known as the Eskimo Nebula. which is a dying sun-like star that is blowing off its outer layers. It will also cease to refer to a pair of spiral galaxies in the Virgo galaxy cluster as the Siamese Twins galaxy, as part of its effort to align cosmic objects with current social justice thinking and conventions. Has NASA's budget gotten so low that this is now what they're working on? This concerns me. Can we give them a little bit more money to figure out how we can get the hell off this burning toxic planet? That would be much more helpful, in my opinion, than changing the names of galaxies and nebula that none of us have really ever heard of. I mean, I love the effort, NASA. I mean, it's good PR for you, but really, you're not really solving any problems right now. We're in the middle of a pandemic. If you could help a bit, you're probably where the smartest people in our culture are located, possibly, or in your four walls. We could use some assistance right now. I'm sure the Inuit people don't appreciate the Eskimo thing, but I'll bet you, if you were to survey, 7 out of 10 Inuit people have no clue that you've named it this nebula, the Eskimo Nebula, or whatever the hell it is. I mean, really. And while you're at it, if you're just going to change names, what are we going to do about Uranus? Okay, now this planet's it's in our common lingo. Most of us know about Uranus. It's an offensive word. And, maybe you ought to change that as well. You're like changing the ones none of us have ever even heard of. How is that helpful? And maybe, I don't know what your process is for changing the names, but why don't you just put it to a vote for the rest of us? Let us all get some input here, and you guys could spend your days doing real science. Okay, I could give you some input. We could name a bunch of star clusters after Negro League baseball players. Like Cool Papa Bell and Josh Gibson and Satch Paige. These. Right, there you go. I've just named about 4 dozen of your stars for you. Okay, I don't think anyone's gonna have any objection to this. It's a great idea. Okay, you want to show your commitment to diversity? Bam! I just nailed it for you. Put the rest of them to a vote. And then get your ass back into the laboratory, scientists, and figure out a way for us to survive on this planet or get us the hell off it. You like podcasts? You're listening to my podcast. Maybe you thought to yourself, I'd like to make a podcast. Too difficult. No, not with Anchor. Anchor has free creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast from your phone or your computer. Anchor distributes your podcast to Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and more. They have advertising integration, so you can even make a little money off your podcast. Everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your creation. Good luck with your life, man. A man wasn't allowed into a casino because he was carrying a purse. A man in Arkansas was hoping to enjoy a Friday night with his husband at an area casino, but says he was barred from entering because of his purse. Yeah, it's more like because it's Arkansas. That's what's going on here. Jordan Kirk, that was his name. He was carrying a 9-inch by 10-inch crossbody purse, which he and his husband tried to enter Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort in Hot Springs. A security guard stopped Kirk and told him he would have to return his purse to the car, despite several women carrying backpacks and large bags who were allowed to enter the casino. At least that's what Kirk reported on his Facebook post. Well, that's not very fair. If the women can carry backpacks and large bags inside, why can't Kirk carry his body purse? In fact, you're a casino probably hurting for business right now. Why don't you just let the man and his husband inside your casino to give you their money? Because that's what people do when they go to the casino. They give you your money. Maybe there's a wad of cash in that purse that you might want. Oaklawn Racing Casino, you stupid people at the resort in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Anyways, Kirk refused. He refused to take off his purse. The security guard told Kirk that he had to return it to his car because, quote, men do not carry purses, they carry bags. Well, then call it a bag. You homophobe. Kirk said the guard said that his purse was considered a bag because the strap went over his shoulder. All right. Well, look, I know people that wear fanny packs over the shoulder. There's many different bags that go over the shoulder. A laptop bag goes over the shoulder. What a bunch of dummies in Arkansas. That's the problem. Can we just do something with this state, like just put a fence around it? I'll tell you right now, I'd probably rather live in Florida than Arkansas. I know that's a crazy thing to say, but I really would. At least I could swim in the ocean, while I'm getting my STDs and DUIs. Kirk requested to speak to a floor supervisor after a woman in line pointed out that her own purse was much larger than the one that Kirk was carrying. Oh, you look at that. People coming to his aid. Good. There are some quality citizens in Arkansas for sure. The floor supervisor, though, oh boy, agreed that men don't carry purses. Wow. Told Kirk he must return the purse to his car to be admitted. When Kirk asked if a woman would be admitted if she was carrying this same bag, the security guard allegedly told him yes. Ultimately, Kirk spoke with a general manager who determined that Kirk would be allowed on the casino floor if he agreed to have his purse searched. Okay, yeah, they normally search bags when you enter a casino. Am I right? Like entering a ball game? Although, I don't know, it's Arkansas. You can probably carry around 14 pistols into a casino and no one gives a damn. And I'll bet nobody's wearing masks in Arkansas. Here's a quote. They were worried that a man carrying a bag may have explosives, Kurt said, adding, who is going to blow up their Louis Vuitton on purpose? He's right. Who's going to blow up their Louis Vuitton on purpose? Kirk agreed to let the security check his bag, but told the casino officials he felt he was treated unfairly. He was treated unfairly because women carrying larger bags weren't searched upon entry into the casino. And I agree with him. The director of marketing at the casino had to write an apology, but only because the post went viral. That's the only reason why they apologize. If it never went viral, they never apologize. That's how it works. Here's a quote from these jerks. That situation has been addressed with our team members. With our team members, it's been addressed. Thanks for nothing. Unbelievable. Arkansas. Ugh. I'll tell you right now, it's got to be tough to be a man married to another man in Arkansas. I mean, I can't imagine the kind of crap that this poor guy Kirk gets on a daily basis. It's got to be terrible. Got to be terrible. Kirk, you got to move out of there if you can hear me. You got no business in Arkansas. Those people are never going to get it together, okay? They think it's 1804 still. So, I've been working on the railroad. There's no way a man's going to carry a fanny pack. It's just not on my watch. It says it right in the Bible, a man don't need no purse. Yay! If you like podcasts, check out Spotify. You can listen to all your favorite artists and podcasts in one place for free. You don't even need a premium account. Spotify has a huge selection of podcasts on every topic, including this one that you're listening to right now. And you can easily share what you're listening to with friends on Instagram as well. So download the Spotify app, search for your favorite podcast, and also make sure to follow Weird AF News and never miss an episode. Yes, download Spotify and make your life easier. Insane Weird AF News. Insane Weird News. Insane Weird AF News. It's insane, Jonesy 2. I thought I would give you guys a Cypress Hill impression to begin this outro. I hope you appreciated it. Anybody who lived through the 90s. Oh, man, I want to give some love to someone named Fragger down in Fragger Rock. Fragger gave me 5 stars on Amazon. Funny, short, and concise to listen to daily. That's the name of the title of this amazing review. And then it goes like this. For some reason, it gives me 2 options to rate thickness and warmth. So, 5-star thickness. Floridians are pretty thick as a brick. 5-star warmth. The sound of his voice is friendly and non-threatening and composed to keep you a motivated listener, always smiling. Great to listen to daily, unlike Joe Rogan podcasts that are 2 to 3 hours long, and you have to commit to an exuberant amount of time too. So you either stop short or you skip altogether. You don't have to do that with Jonesy though. No skipping. It's instant funny, like mainlining drugs into your vein, an instant rush to your funny bone. Whoa, Fragger, you got a little graphic there at the end. Mainlining drugs into your vein. Okay, now listen, Weird AF News nor Jonesy condones any of that business. But I do love the reviews. So creative and really funny. I think Fragger and I could be really good friends. You guys with your reviews are just amazing. They're so funny. I just love them so much. Some of you have really taken some liberties and written the most wacky ass reviews, and I just can't get enough of them. Thank you, Fragger. Much, much love. I so appreciate it. If you guys want to leave a review, I'll give you shout outs and love and all that. I'll come to your house and kiss you on the cheek. Your cousin too. The reviews are very helpful, by the way. It's just, it gives the podcast some credibility, and I don't know if it does anything for the ratings, but I think it might. I don't know, but they're just awesome. I love to read them, and they offset, at least the good reviews offset the crappy reviews. I mean, I got so many 1-star reviews here that it's nice to get the 5 stars to come in. They've been rolling in lately, so I appreciate y'all. If you happen to leave a review on something other than iTunes or Amazon, please take a screenshot and send it to me so I can give that a read, because I don't know. I don't always check the other ones. I don't even know how, really. There's so many podcast platforms that I don't even know where to go. So whatever you might use, I mean, I may never see it. So unless it's the main ones, I might not know. So take a screenshot and email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. Super, super easy. Also, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/weirdafnews. I mentioned yesterday that I posted a nice documentary on comedians that I thought was quality and really spoke truth to the industry. And what else did I put in there? Oh, there's bonus episodes and a really cool short that I came across on YouTube that I thought people might like, and I'm getting some great feedback from that. So yeah, there's extra stuff on there is what I'm saying. So check out the Patreon, man. Just support the show. It doesn't cost that much, and you can feel good about supporting something that you listen to. If you listen to it 5 days a week, you know, I think it would be. I think it's worth it. You get extra shit, is what I'm saying. So check it out, patreon.com/weirdafnews. Of course, no need to. This is just extra stuff if you'd like to support the show. No worries. You can always support the show by telling a friend, which is just really, really cool and helpful. You know, whenever friends suggest podcasts to me, I usually check them out depending on the friend. So yeah, see if you could, well, where am I going with this? Yeah, just suggest it to a friend or a foe. And what else? Lastly, follow me on Instagram @funnyjones. That's pretty cool. Also, there's a Facebook page for the podcast. It's called facebook.com/weirdafnews. So check that out as well. I post a lot of funny stories on there that I don't cover on the show. So, and the website's just about up, weirdafnews.com. Very cool. All right, I love you all, and good night.